So let us see what is cloud computing actually. Okay. So the term cloud refers to a network or the internet. Okay. And it is the technology that uses remote servers on the internet to store, manage, and access data online rather than local drives. Okay. The data can be anything such as files, image, documents, audio, video, and more. Okay. Means what? We can use remote servers instead of our local server. We can use remote servers on the internet. Okay. We can use that remote servers for storing, managing, and accessing data online. Okay. Instead of storing our data offline, we can store the data online and we can store, manage that data. Okay. So that data can be files, images, any kind of data we can store on a cloud. Okay. So the different operations, some different operations we can perform on a cloud. Okay. Or we can perform using cloud. Which are these operations? These operations are developing new application and services. Okay. We can develop new applications and services. We can store the data. We can back up that data. Then we can recover that data using cloud. We can host our websites using cloud. We can use any kind of software, any kind of online software by using cloud. Examples are we can use various softwares like PDF to Word converter, Word to PDF converter. Then there are various softwares like we can use Microsoft PowerPoint, Word, Excel online, directly online. We can use Google Slides, etc., etc. Most of the softwares are available online. Okay. Then we can analyze our data by using cloud. Okay. We can stream videos and audios by using cloud. Okay. So cloud computing provides delivery of software on demand. Okay. Whenever we want to use any software and we cannot want to that we cannot want that uh, we we don't want to install that software on our local PC, but we want to use that software. That time we can use cloud computing for using that software. Okay. Software on demand is provided by the cloud. Okay. So here the cloud computing is internet based computing. It provide us facility to share the resources, software, and information provided by the computer. And like the electricity and water supply, the computing is provided to the customer. Okay. On demand computing power is provided to the customers. Okay. So next, what is cloud computing actually? Cloud computing is internet-based computing where virtual shared servers provide software infrastructure, platform, device, and other resources and hosting to customers on pay-as-you-use basis. As I told you earlier that cloud computing provides us on-demand services. It can provide us platform, infrastructure, and other resources. Okay. Independent upon our platform, it provide us services. Okay. So cloud, the word cloud. Okay. Cloud means what? The sky, open sky having multiple clouds. Okay. So we can say that Google App Engine is one example of cloud computing. Okay. So Google App Engine, one cloud is there. Okay. There are different clouds, different and only one sky. So we can refer the internet as sky and cloud services, different cloud services as a cloud. Okay. So how the concept come? Okay. How the concept cloud is come across the world. So before cloud computing, client server computing is used, okay, was used. So client server computing, in that time, client and server communicate with each other to send and receive the data or various operation. Then after, they need to share resources, okay. So distributed computing comes into the picture, okay. And then after distributed computing, they thought that why we can not share the various resources or on demand computing power, why we cannot use computing power like as electricity on demand. So that's why the cloud computing concept came into the picture later, okay. So read this example, okay. So here what is given, if you think of the whole internet as the sky, as I told you earlier, the term cloud is actually a great metaphor, okay. So Google has a cloud, okay. Google has its own cloud, Apple has its own cloud, okay. And any number of other companies have clouds of their own, okay. So in this open sky, so sky is internet, okay. In sky is internet. So there are different clouds in the sky. The one cloud in the internet sky, the different clouds like Google has their own cloud, Apple has their own cloud, okay. So to extend the metaphor further, you think that each server connected to the internet as a single water molecule, okay. So here we can uh, we can say that to extend the metaphor even further, you can think of each server connected to the internet as a single water molecule, okay. Each and every server connected to internet, okay. So for a single server, we can consider that server as a single water molecule, okay. And cloud is made up of multiple water molecule, okay. And sky is made up of different clouds, okay. Sky is a collection of clouds and cloud is a collection of water molecules. And in the internet sky, there are different clouds like Google, Apple, like this, and Google cloud having multiples server, okay, multiple server as a single water molecule, okay. So multiple water molecules means group of multiple servers, okay. The same way, cloud is a dense group of water molecule, okay. As I said it earlier, each cloud on the internet is essentially a bunch of servers in a warehouse across the globe which constitute the infrastructure for the same application or service, okay. Means what? In the sky of internet, there are different types of clouds, okay, like Google cloud, Apple cloud, and any number of other companies having their own cloud. And that each cloud is consist of different servers connected together, okay. And that different server, on that different server, we are uploading our data, okay. So here example is given. When you upload photos to Google Cloud, you are simply sending your data across the internet to some disk in a rack inside of some warehouse that Google owns, and it is owned by the one of their partner. So you are sending your data to Google's cloud, okay. So if you are uploading photos to Google, okay, so that time you are uploading your data to Google's cloud, and there are some data warehouse of Google, and there is some rack, some disk are there, and on that disk you are uploading your data, but you are uh, ultimately you are uploading your data on Google cloud, okay. Clear? Okay, next. So we'll see the architecture of cloud computing, okay. So the architecture of cloud computing is divided into two main parts. First part is the front end and other part is a back end. Okay, front end related to the client and back end functionalities are hidden from the client. The front end is used by the clients. Okay, so the front end contains client-side interfaces and application that are required to access the cloud computing platforms. Okay, it contains interfaces and application. Okay, which is required to access the cloud computing platforms. Okay, the front end includes web servers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc. Okay, front end includes web servers, thin and fat clients, tablet and mobile devices. Okay, so here we can take example of Google Drive. Okay, when we want to open the Google Drive, that time what we are using, we are just downloading the application from Play Store. Okay, Google Drive. Okay, or what you do, if you don't have application of Drive, then you simply open Chrome on your laptop. So Chrome is what? Chrome is a web server. Okay, so it is consist of front end. Okay, so front end consists of web servers. Okay, through that web server you are accessing the facilities of cloud. Okay, Drive is one example of cloud. Okay, it is a cloud storage. It provides us maximum 15 GB data free of cost. We can store 15 GB of data online by using Drive. We can store more data, but for that we have to pay some charges if we want to store more data on Drive. Then now see, this is about front end. So we'll see the back end. The back end is used by service provider. Okay, it manages all the resources that are required to provide cloud computing services. Okay, then it includes the huge amount of data storage, security mechanism, virtual machines, deploying models, service, traffic control mechanism, etc. Okay, so backend consists of all the functionalities which is required to provide service to the client, and that backend is managed by service provider. Okay, so it manages all the resources which is required to provide the cloud services to the client. Okay, so security is one of the service. Okay, to provide the security to the data, it is one service of backend. Okay, then storing huge amount of data. Okay, deploying models, then traffic control mechanism. Okay, like this, all kinds of services are managed by backend. Okay, so here some components of cloud computing architecture. Okay, we'll see that the components of cloud computing architecture. So there are different components like client infrastructure, application, service, runtime, cloud, storage, infrastructure, management, security, and internet. Okay, so these are first client infrastructure, then second application, service, runtime, cloud. Okay, so here runtime cloud. Okay, here runtime cloud, service, application, infrastructure, storage, security, and management. Okay, so these are the components of cloud computing architecture. So first, client infrastructure. Okay, it is a front end component. Okay, client infrastructure is a front end component and it provides GUI. GUI means what? Graphical user interface to interact with the cloud. Okay, so how the user can interact with cloud? Through the client infrastructure, because it provides GUI to the user. Okay, now second is application. Okay, so application is the software. Okay, or any platform that client want to access. Okay. Application is what? It is a software like Google Drive. Google Drive is one of the application. Okay. We can download that application from Play Store and use it. Okay. So we can interact with the cloud by using that application. Third, service. So a cloud service manages that which type of service you access according to the client requirement. Okay. So which type of service we want to use from cloud. Okay. So cloud provides us three kinds of services: SaaS, AaaS, and PaaS. Okay. SaaS means SaaS, that is software as a service. Okay. Second one, platform as a service. And third one, AaaS, that is infrastructure as a service. Okay. So platform as a service, we will see these services in detail later. Okay. So runtime cloud. The next component of cloud architecture is runtime cloud. So runtime cloud provides the execution and runtime environment to the virtual machines. Okay. The runtime environment means what? The runtime environment is the program that the runtime environments means what? The runtime environment is the environment in which a program or application is executed. Okay. So it's the hardware or software infrastructure that supports the running of particular code base in real time. Okay. It provides the environment, required environment to run the program or the application to be executed. Okay.